want some? Who's next? Huh? How about it? Who wants some?
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Welcome back to the very best place that you could be in the entire world, the entire void, the entire French hell, the VHS Doom podcast and rental store.
Baguette
We're so happy that it would be like, we were hell. We're so happy that you've decided to join us again for another week and our second fucking French film of the show that we've ever done. That's right. If you're a longtime listener, you're going to remember our deep dive into the chaos that was Martyrs from 2008. What a fucking wild film, bro. Holy shit. That one got a visceral reaction.
Yeah, another French extreme one we're going with this week.
Yeah. So if you're a regular listener, you'll be fully prepared for me to butcher nearly every name and location that I may mention today. Woohoo. But if you're a new listener, buckle up. Because what you're about to hear is going to be quite the fucking ride, or as the French say, a baguette Paris, mon chéri. Yeah, there we go. So with me today, as always, is my ever nefarious, dastardly, and always awesome co-host, Mikey Mutant. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, hold on.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
I got the, Let's fucking Mikey's in the house. He's got his fresh haircut. Oh my God, this cheering track goes on so long. Okay, nice. Oh, Sandwich, you frozen. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Nice, Sandwich.
I was just checking.
Good.
I was just checking on YouTube.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, we're good. Everything's okay on there.
Wow. All right, don't do that. Don't overload your Wi-Fi, and I won't overload mine either.
I won't crash my router.
All right, so yeah, real quick announcement, since today is literally the very first time we've been able to stream on YouTube, so that's cool shit. But we got a fucking Patreon, guys. Hey, good shit. So finally, after talking about it for quite a long time, Mikey and I decided that we were going to set up a little Patreon, and we're going to start working on some rewards. And if you want to become a member of the VHS Doom rental store, it's going to be fucking $3 a month, like way back in the day we used to talk about. So $3 a month will get you membership. And we've come up with some neat rewards. You can get a membership card. You can get access to our recording. You can be an audience member. So we typically record on Saturdays. And we have the option with our Riverside platform to have people join as audience members, and you can actually ask us questions and hang out with us while we record and listen to all the stupid shit that we say in real time. Super risky for us, but fun for you. So yeah, head on over to patreon.com and find us, VHS Doom. Join, become a member, and start getting access to some cool benefits, and we'll keep you guys updated as we update that. So we truly hope all of you enjoyed last week's episode, where we did a deep dive into a video nasty classic, The House by the Cemetery, chosen by you, for you. That's right. It's a viewer's choice episode that we put out polls on all of our social medias for, and you guys picked that episode. So we had a good time with that. We had a wild time dealing with our very own Dr. Freudstein, who apparently was buried right in the middle of our fucking store. Did you get that fixed, Mike?
What?
That giant fucking hole in the floor.
Oh, was I supposed to fix that?
Yeah, the carpet's torn out. There's a giant grave and a hole
Here,
in it.
let me go get you. I have to talk to you about this.
Okay. All right. You go get you. Okay.
You, what is this? I thought you said you were going to fix it.
I hate you.
I thought you were going to. I thought you were just suggesting it. No, I told you to do it. What the hell?
Just suggest. You fucking work here. You don't just get suggestions. You got to do
it in the closet. How could I get out?
That is true. We do lock him in the closet. So Hugh, if you're not aware and you're new here, Hugh is our resident Deadite employee. Hugh was our manager a long time ago, and now he's been possessed for quite a while. And surprisingly, the demon possessing him likes working at the rental store. So
all right, he's back in his cage.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, we keep him in a closet, which is more of like a steel reinforced cage closet thing here. And then he comes out and he helps when we're not here. He rents videos to people. So
on the Maniac Cop episode, he was just a face.
Yeah, he's been through a lot. Scabby Man brought him back in a miracle, which was great. But we found out some stuff. We'll get to this a little bit later. But actually, you know what? Maybe we should get to this now. I was going to say, last week we did interview like the most annoying child on the face of the earth, which was Bob Boyle. If you didn't get to hear that, go back to last week's episode.
Wait, have you seen Burial Ground?
Fucking nightmare. No, I haven't.
There's an even more annoying kid. Child? Well, he wasn't a child. He just looked like one for the movie. He played a child, but he was an adult named Peter Park.
Fuck, that's terrifying. Okay. I'll have to go watch that. Let's put it on the fucking list, bro.
I think it is already.
All right. Maybe we should bump that up in the list. That sounds fun. And
it's
any new characters?
Weird zombie movie that's not too good, but it's from Italy, so you know.
Okay, so it's trash. It's fun Italian trash. Okay, nice. Yeah, but this week actually, I'm glad you brought Hugh out already, and we kind of were mentioning him. So yeah, he's been through a lot, right? So Hugh was our manager a long time ago. There was some shit that went down. We got left the store from the old owners. I don't really know how that all happened. It seems like kind of a curse, you know, but whatever.
I think it happened around the Evil Dead episode because that's when he got possessed.
Yeah, we love our store, and despite it being our burden to bear, we bear it and we love it. But Hugh was a manager here when the old owners were here, and somewhere around Evil Dead, Hugh got possessed, so he became a Deadite, and we didn't want to like murder him. So he seemed kind of harmless, you know. He was kind of a weirdo in life.
He's been causing problems the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, so he went through a lot, right? So like at one point, Balthazar cut his arm off to send us like a message. If you don't know who Balthazar is, go back a few episodes and listen in. You'll find him.
Demon / hitman.
Yeah, he's a demon. He's our demon, half human coworker who also helps us when we're not here at the store, but he also freelances as a hitman for the Ice Pick Granny Killer. Whatever. There's a lot there to unpack. But you know what Carla was saying the other day? We should make like a bingo card or like an informational sheet that has all of the characters' names and like who they are.
It should come with the membership.
Right, for new listeners and what episodes they can go into and listen and hear about them. That's actually a really fucking great idea.
Timestamp it so they can hear the lore of it. That'd be interesting.
Right, we should do that. But anyway, yeah. So Hugh's been through a lot. Hugh got torn to shreds in our what was it? Our Hellraiser episode. He pretty much was just left as 4 pieces of a face, and we put him into a jar. And then Maniac Cop, the ZPD, which is the zombie police department, showed up and stole him, the jar of him, and took him, and he was held in lockup for a while. Well, apparently, when he was in lockup, he turned into a fucking rat, and he went belly up and ratted somebody out. And that person decided to show up as soon as we got Hugh back. So there was a miracle. Hugh got brought back by Scabby Man.
That New Year's episode, we just kept getting attacked.
Yeah, so because Hugh narked, that person came to the store and tried to murder all of us. It was an insane battle. I ended up, Balthazar kicked Mikey in the head. I ended up using my machine gun. Hugh ran and hid in the closet.
No, he ran out the store, remember?
Right. Yeah, Hugh Janus has been a bit of a pansy rat, yellow belly. Hugh Janus is a problem lately. He's a loosey goosey Hugh Janus. Okay, so we really, Lucy Hughie Anus. So we really need to get him back on track, right? Like I have hope for all of the people and all of the Deadites and all of the demons that work with us to become better, So Hugh, come out here if you can. Can you bring him out of the closet?
All right, hold on. Let me open the door.
I think it's time to come to terms.
What's happening? Am I getting fired?
No, we're not firing you. You are actually a surprisingly good employee.
I promise I won't run out the business.
Yeah, despite your shortcomings, you're pretty good at restocking and keeping the place clean and cleaning up all of the messes, other than the grave in the floor. Whatever, we'll talk about that. But I really want to ask you, why did you rat? Why did you do what you did? What was that?
I'm chewing on your internet lines.
Bro, fuck off. Stop. Tell me why did you why did you turn into a rat, bro? What happened?
Well, have you seen the movie The Evil Clergyman by H.P. Lovecraft and Stuart Gordon?
Oh, okay. Continue.
I'm that rat-faced man in the wall.
Okay. Yeah, so I know that you don't have the highest standards when it comes to confidentiality. But do you feel bad for what you did at least?
No, I'll do it again, motherfucker.
Wow. You know what? You're 100% honestly you. That's good. Okay. Well,
Janus. Bye.
Wait, hold on. I got one more question for you. Come here. Come back. Bro, he just runs. You just grab him. Damn it.
Dude, you got to come back in here. No, Dylan's being a dickhead.
No, listen. I'm not being a dick. I'm here to make amends. Okay. I heard through the grapevine that you were once a member of a French dance troupe that was drugged with LSD. Is that true? And who did the drugging?
No, my mom locked me in an electrical closet while I was there.
You're Tito? God damn it. So, is that how you died originally?
Well, they don't know I'm dead, though.
Oh, I guess we don't really know, do we? Fuck. Your mom killed herself while she was sitting outside of the door trying to get in?
Yeah, she couldn't get in. She lost the key like a fucking idiot.
What a massive big T trauma. Okay. Well, thanks, Hugh, for letting us know about that. 1996, Hugh Janus, everyone. He was the boy in the closet. Fuck.
The story of Hugh Janus.
And that's why he still lives in the closet today. Yeah. Okay.
Or he's gone.
And that's Hugh, everybody. So, fuck. I was going to ask him if he could do the Dougie, but can you? Can you do the Dougie?
No, you have to teach me.
Oh, okay. Teach me how to Dougie. All right. Anyway, please, if you have not, go subscribe wherever you're listening to this podcast and help us out with the rating. It really goes a long way to support the show. We appreciate everyone who's done so far. I think we're at like 10 5-star ratings on Spotify. That's fucking awesome.
That's really awesome.
If you're It is. Thank you guys so much. We did pass I think we're 41 subscribers now on Spotify. So thank you guys so much. I think our last episode we were at 39. So that's really cool. Anyway, yeah. So if you're a subscriber and you haven't left us a rating on whatever platform that you're listening to us, please do. And if you want to drop us a line, leave us a quick review on Apple Podcasts, that'd be awesome. This episode that we're doing today was actually suggested by a member named Doug. And Doug is fucking awesome. And Doug actually left us not only a review on Apple, which is awesome. Thank you so much. But he also reached out to us on Facebook and said, hey, I think you guys should do Climax, because he even said a lot of the movies that are in the beginning when they're doing the interviews are up our alley. So he thought
Mike is in the chat.
Was going to be up our alley. Oh, is he on YouTube?
Yeah, Bearded Villain 83 is right there.
Hey, what's up, Mike? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Hey, we've had 2 views. That's cool.
I think one of them is me.
Nice. All right. Let's fucking get back to it.
That's what we were doing.
So, if you haven't already, please subscribe and please leave us a rating. And we really appreciate it. And if you want to leave us a comment on Apple, that'd be awesome. We love that too. We really appreciate everybody and all that you're doing to help us grow the show. Y'all rock. Thanks so much. If you haven't already, go check out the merch store, vhsdoom.com. Scroll all the way to the bottom. You'll see the link to our merch store. We have some pretty badass designs up there. And I think I'm going to try to get at least the new logo shirt up this week. We'll see. All right. Cool, friends. So we want you to come on the show. If you're a band, a director, an actor promoting a project, or if you want to collab, if you're a podcaster, exactly. Go ahead and come on the show. We want to talk to you. That'd be a lot of fun. I think next week we're going to be doing another solo episode, but the week after that we're going to be recording with the Mutant City Horror dudes.
Definitely check them out.
They're fucking awesome, man. So I was on a call today with Rated PG, who's one of the hosts. Paul, he's a really nice guy. He was helping me kind of with the streaming stuff, which was really cool. So I appreciate that. And we were just kind of talking about, the direction of their show and the projects that they have going on. And it really sounds like a lot of fucking fun. So keep listening to Mutant City Horror. If you don't listen already, go subscribe.
Their newest episode is an awesome exploitation movie from the 70s, Death Game.
Fucking hilarious.
Which is also a remake of, that was remade into Eli Roth's Knock Knock.
Yes. One
of my favorite movies of all time, Death Game.
Yeah, a very cool review there, but they also have a lot of cool interviews. I think that their show, they do a really good job with getting people on the show to talk to. So if you want to go check out some really nice interviews, go... oh, that's a Mutant City burp. Oh, fuck. All right, go check out Mutant City Horror. All right,
they have
dude.
another one
Mikey.
coming up, and it's going to be a good one from what I heard.
Yes, they have a panel interview coming up soon, which should be badass that I'm really excited to hear. So that's fucking awesome. Anyway, I'm not going to spoil their show. But, Mikey, how the fuck have you been, buddy?
I'm good. Just usually just doing the home stuff with the family, that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Okay.
Watching
nice.
a bunch of movies as usual. Watching a bunch of wrestling too. I don't know. Just the usual shit.
Yeah, just the usual. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Nice, man.
So I'll just get into
what you been watching.
Yeah. So I watched Dawn of the Dead from George Romero since David Emmerich, the actor who played Flyboy, passed away last week.
Yeah, that's super sad.
We've talked about Dawn of the Dead a bunch of times on this show. It's one of the best zombie movies of all time. I watched the Argento cut of it. When Dario Argento cut the movie, he put in Goblin soundtrack and he made it more serious of a tone of a movie. It's really good.
Okay, nice.
I was watching it through the Second Sight Films Blu-ray box set they put out with all the cuts of the different versions of the movie.
Okay.
And then earlier in the week, I watched Hitcher in the Dark from Umberto Lenzi. It is I guess a horror movie. It's like a thriller, I guess. I don't know. This really weird guy, he kidnaps a woman in his dad's camper. And through the whole movie, he's like murdering and killing and raping people. And he kidnaps this girl and her boyfriend's trying to find her. And the ending is crazy. It's a really good movie from, I think it's 1989.
Okay.
Vinegar Syndrome
That's
put
a
it
great
out
year.
on Blu-ray a while back. It's really good.
It's also the year I was born. So
I was born
cool
in
year.
91.
Loser. No, I'm just kidding.
Next one, I watched a bunch of Umberto Lenzi movies this past week. So The Cynic, The Rat, and the Fist. It is a Polizio Tecci movie or a crime thriller. It stars Maurizio Morelli. He's like one of the best actors in this genre, I think. He plays a cop. John Saxon, which you guys probably know from like Enter the Dragon, Nightmare on Elm Street. He was Nancy's dad in Nightmare on Elm Street. And it's also written by one of the writers of House by the Cemetery, well, partly, Dardano Sacchetti.
Okay, yeah,
and it's also co-written by Ernesto Gastaldi, who's written a lot of Gialli and Polizio Tecci movies and directed them. And as I said, it's directed by Umberto Lenzi. It's really good. For years, I wanted it on Blu-ray, but I missed out on the 88 Films one. But what's it called? Severin put out the Thomas Milan, Umberto Lenzi set, Violent Streets, with all the Polizio Tecci movies Thomas Milan was in. This is one of them. It's really good.
Okay.
I like it a lot.
Nice, man.
Let's see. Next one. It's from that same box set. It is Freehand for a Tough Cop by Umberto Lenzi. It's another one. It stars Thomas Milan. When a former partner in crime kidnaps a critically ill girl to blackmail her rich dad, a shabby crook teams up with a hard-nosed cop to save her.
Okay.
Yeah, so this one's written by Dardano Sacchetti, and it's really good. the little girl, I think she's having like she needs a kidney transplant or something, and they kidnap her to like extort the dad. And there's like a whole like awesome like sequence with like just like action. It's like an action crime film. It's really good. That's what I watched this week. How are you doing?
Dude, I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah, you got to watch so much. I'm so jealous, bro.
Yeah, I tried limiting it because I did watch some other stuff, but I didn't want to put it on the list because it was already like 4 movies.
You know what? You texted me something this week. I think you said that you what did you say? Oh, that this podcast has caused you or like inspired you to start watching more and more
watch
movies,
more and more
which is
movies,
awesome. Yeah, bro. Like I
already watch like I try to watch
stoked.
one like maybe like every other day, but like lately it's just been like every week or every day this week. I feel like.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, bro. Like same for me. I feel like my schedule's a little hectic, so I don't ever get to watch as many, but I find myself like, I gotta watch something, which then makes me really happy because I have watched, you know what I mean? So that's cool. Even if you only watch what, two movies a week, you're over 100 movies for the year, you know? And we watched 3. Yeah.
And it's hard because like I've already talked about movies on this show, so like I'm trying to like dig through like other movies I haven't even like watched yet. So like,
yeah,
there's gonna be some weird shit coming up in the next few weeks. I'm gonna be watching.
Fuck yeah, that's awesome, bro.
Like I still have to dig through that Emmanuel box set.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So what did I do this week? I worked a lot. As is tradition, I was excited because I ended up passing on it because the person was being difficult, but I almost picked up a VHS TV combo, like a little one that I'm gonna set up for the desk. So maybe we can play some actual VHSs while we're recording. I think that'd be pretty fucking cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but that ended
I was
up
thinking
through.
about getting a VHS player myself too.
Yeah. I want to do one of the all-in-one combos. You remember those little ones that were like, you know, maybe like
I had those.
20
I had that one,
something.
and I had the all-in-one like VHS DVD player kind of thing too. Back in the day.
Yeah. Those are awesome. So, I'm gonna see if I can get one of those. But yeah, other than that, man, just personal life is good. Hanging out with Aria. She's getting so big, bro. Like she. Every day that I see her, I'm like, oh my God, you got older. Like I'm recognizing it because it's a very fast like growth spurt period for her. So she's getting taller.
It definitely is. Even for like Sammy, it's been like that too.
Yeah, she's looking older every day, and I'm like, God damn it, you know. And then I'm like, shit, I'm getting old. So that's personal life. Right, that's personal life.
Like
that's
3
how it
months,
goes.
I turned 33, so I understand it completely.
Oh, you're a baby. I'm 34. We're both babies, really. So, but yeah, so that's personal life stuff. But what did I watch? So this week I had a good time on Tubi. Hey, Tubi, sponsor the goddamn podcast.
They have everything. Like
they do.
Every Italian giallo that I like searched hard for in the last like 15 years, it's just there.
Yeah, I know. They just have them. The fucking CEO of Tubi is an angel. That's really what it is. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. Fucking. I checked a couple out on Tubi. I do have some movies that I need to watch on hard copy that I picked up in the last couple of weeks. But again, I kind of defaulted to Tubi. So the first thing I watched this week was actually Edge of the Axe from 1988 by Jose Ramon Larraz.
He's done a lot of great movies.
Bro, it was so much fun. I really loved that movie. Essentially, I was interested.
What did you think of the computer thing?
That was cool. That's actually what drew me in because I was like, okay, like an 80s ish style slasher, but they have computer geek nerds who are fucking like trying to figure out the identity / looking for like an insane mentally whatever axe murderer brother possibly.
That mask is dope, honestly.
The mask was interesting.
One of my favorite scenes was the what's it called, the car wash with the axe.
Yeah, in the very beginning. Yeah, that was intense. Yeah, so the rural community of Paddock County is being rocked by the crazed exploits of an axe-wielding psychopath who stalks the night in a black trench coat and a mask. As the victims pile up, the authorities attempt to keep a lid on the situation. More so, the sheriff of the town is just an idiot asshole, and it's like, there's no murderer here, even though there are like 18 bodies. Whilst computer whiz kid Gerald and his girlfriend Lillian seek to unmask the killer before the town population reaches 0. So, nominally set in Northern California, but actually shot primarily in Madrid, giving the film an off-kilter American European atmosphere, kind of like Pieces. Edge of the Axe is a late entry hack and slash masterpiece from one of the titans of Spanish terror. Now, just FYI, this is available from Arrow for $28. It's on sale right now. So pretty cool little copy there on the blue.
I used to have a bootleg I got from eBay. It was a bootleg of a VHS tape on a DVD.
Nice. Those are the best, man. So yeah, I fucking love this film. There were a lot of red herrings. There were a lot of like twists. The main character, who's like the computer nerd geek, he smiles so much throughout the film. You're like, he's insane. The way he smiles, he's always like so you're like, yeah, he's the fucking killer for sure. But it turns out to be something completely other than what you thought it would be, and it's a lot of fun. So go check that out. Also, the second movie that I watched this week was called Luther the Geek. What a fucking wild film, bro. So that is Luther the Geek is from...
I've always wanted to watch this. This one's escaped me.
It's fun. It's from 1989 and directed by Carlton J. Albright. It's in the Trauma catalog, or at least it was. So the copy on Tubi is a Lloyd Kaufman, Michael Hertz.
But is it an actual Trauma movie, though?
I don't know if it's a Trauma like produced film, but it was in their catalog. So I know that much. But it is available from Vinegar Syndrome.
I know. I think it's Vinegar Syndrome. Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Yeah. So
and 88 Films put it out before them, too.
Yeah. So it's if you do want a hard copy, Vinegar Syndrome has it on sale for $19.99 currently, which is pretty cool. So it's like almost $10.
I think I'll pick it up when I visit the archive soon.
It's got a really cool cover, bro. It's him like all in yellow, like about to bite a chicken. So it's fucking badass. But anyway, yeah, Luther the Geek is a ton of fun. Essentially, it's about a weird fucking kid who gets his teeth knocked out while a group of crazy people are visiting what they explain in the beginning that a geek is a person who is so destitute that you could pay him to do anything, right? So like they were talking about how a geek back in carnival days was someone who was like kind of crazy, didn't have means or a way to support themselves. So if you threw him a chicken and said, bite the head off, they'd bite the head off so they could keep the chicken, right? Like, and eat the chicken.
How did the word become like nerd though?
I don't know that answer. I'm not 100% positive. So yeah, Luther is a kid who's like visiting a geek in the past with a group of people. He gets pushed down. His teeth get knocked out. He's a real weird kid anyway. And I guess he's inspired to become a geek. So we meet him later in the film where he's in prison and he's about to be paroled, which is a hilarious scene. Like the parole board is like, hey, we definitely don't need to let this guy out because he has murdered a bunch of people. And this one woman is like, he's reformed. And then they all vote, okay, he's reformed. But there's one guy who's like, are y'all fucking crazy? So they let him out anyway. And then what does he do immediately?
There's always that one guy.
He immediately starts killing. One of the creepiest scenes, bro. Like there's a lot. Like he does a lot of fucked up shit. But he goes into a grocery store and literally starts biting off the tops of eggs and then drinking them. And I was like, God damn, that's disturbing. So he does a lot way worse stuff than that, but that really sets the mood for the rest of the film. Yeah. So chaotic, crazy. He has steel teeth. Then that's his murder weapon. I think that's super clever and super unique. So check it out. It's from Vinegar Syndrome currently, $19.99. You can get it. They have 408 in stock. So there you go. All right, friends. So that's what we watched That's what we fucking did. I think now it's time to go ahead and get you checked back in from last week.
There's just a thing, like a bag of like LSD here.
Oh, okay. There's a bag of LSD.
Wait, hold on. I'll be right back. I'm going to see what this is all about.
What?
Hi. What the fuck? Are you okay? Hi. What's happening? Where are the fucking VHS? Oh god, he's dancing. Oh no! Why are you using that eyedropper to put LSD in your eyes? Why are you doing more of it? Oh, I'm being stabbed! My hair's on fire! Oh my god, Mikey's German. He must be German. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why is there a small child there? What the hell? Get out of here. Kid, don't touch the electrical box! Don't do it! Oh goddamn, the lights are flashing. Where's his parent? Wait, why is she down on the floor? Oh fuck. What is happening? Where are the fucking movies? God damn it. Everybody stop it.
So last week, we sent you home with The Beyond from Lucio Fulci from 1981. We sent you home with City of the Living Dead from 1980, also by Fulci. Enigma from 87, also by Fulci. We sent you with The Blade in the Dark from 1983 by Umberto Bava. And at Mikey's LSD-fueled bequest, The Adventures of Timmy the Tooth from 1995. Did they give us any of these back, dude?
The only one that came back is Timmy the Tooth, but it's like bitten in half.
Timmy the Tooth has tooth marks? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay.
A guy with metal teeth. I think it was Luther the Geek. He crawled in.
God damn it, Luther the Geek. Son of a bitch. All right, so do we need to...
Wait, you have the wrong name for A Blade in the Dark. It's Lamberto Bava, not Umberto.
It's Lamberto?
We did this the last time with him. Remember you made a soundbite of me doing that?
Is it Lamberto or Umberto? God damn it. Why?
Oh my god.
So the only thing we got back was The Adventures of Timmy the Tooth from 1995, and it was bit in fucking half, guys. God damn it, Luther. You're such a geek. God, son of a bitch. Okay, we really need you. I need you to start returning these VHSs in better quality. Okay, they need to actually come back, number one, and number two, they need to not be damaged, or else I'm going to have to raise the price of membership for everyone. Okay, at least 1 week they need to come back and be okay. Okay, Mikey.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing it, so it's not me.
Okay. I'm just yelling at everybody.
I'm barely here, so I don't even know.
God damn it. All right, so let's get started, everybody. This week, we're jumping in to an insane fucking title. Gaspar Noe's, was it 2018 or 2017?
2018.
2018. Chaotic French fucking baguette masterpiece, Climax. Press play. Go on. Do it. Press the button. Are you going to press it? God damn it. Why are you just standing there?
Boop.
If you couldn't dance, what would you do? Suicide. Ça représente quoi la danse pour toi? C'est tout pour moi. La danse, c'est tout pour moi. J'ai que ça.
Est-ce que t'es prêt à beaucoup de choses pour réussir?
C'est-à-dire?
Oh, Oh, you're so good. You liked it? Thanks. I'm so happy. I couldn't be happier.
Truc qui monte.
Qu'est-ce que t'as? Tu sais garder un secret. Ce qui ne me tue pas me rend plus forte.
All right, Mikey, let's go ahead and jump in. You go ahead and read the back of the box for us, buddy.
French dancers gather in a remote, empty school building to rehearse a wintry night. All-night celebration morphs into a hallucinatory nightmare that they learn their sangria is laced with LSD.
Okay. That's a short one.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's from IMDb. I don't have the actual movie, so I couldn't read the back of the box, but yeah.
Oh, okay. This is one to add to the list.
The only two I have from Gaspar Noe is I Stand Alone and Irreversible. Well, no, I also have Enter the Void also, but yeah.
Okay, nice.
He's one of my favorite filmmakers, though. I will say that.
Yeah, he's really intense. So this is there's a lot of information here, so this could end up being a longer episode. So I want to try to keep it moving as quickly as we can today. Yeah. Okay, so let's jump in. So Climax is a 2018 experimental psychological horror film directed, written, and co-edited by Gaspar Noe, featuring an ensemble cast of 24 actors led by Sophia Boutella. The plot is set in 1996 and follows a French dance troupe holding a days-long rehearsal in an abandoned school. The final night of rehearsing is a success, but the group's celebratory after-party takes a dark turn when the communal bowl of sangria is spiked with LSD, sending each of the dancers into an agitated, confused, and psychotic state. Fucking wild. So the film is notable for its unorthodox production, having been conceived and pre-produced in 4 weeks and shot in chronological order in only 15 days.
And 5 pages of script.
Only 5 pages of script. So the bulk of the film was unrehearsed, on-the-spot improvisation by the cast, who had no lines of dialogue beforehand, and almost complete liberty, which is just a wild thing. So Climax features unusual editing and cinematography choices and includes several long takes, including one that lasts over 42 minutes. It's wild, the things that they
You know what's also wild too? The
what's that?
Not wild, but I really liked in the beginning when they're doing the auditions and all the VHS tapes are there and like books are there.
Oh, that's so cool.
And
it's
he's
like all of his inspirations.
I was literally going to say that he's like literally like showing what his inspirations for the movie were.
Isn't that so neat? I do love that. I think that was an amazing way to start the film.
And I liked that the credits started halfway through it.
Isn't that fucking weird, bro?
And it had like the ending credits first though.
Right. 2 minutes in, you get the ending credits. It was weird. And it's a great way to make people sit through. You know what I mean? I love that. But
I thought I watched it halfway. I had to like figure out if I like restarted it.
What did I do? Yeah.
Did I watch this already?
So Climax did premiere on May the 10th in 2018 in the Director's Fortnight section at the 2018 Cannes Film Festival, and it did win the Art Cinema Award. It was theatrically released in France on September the 19th of 2018 by Wild Bunch, and in Belgium on November the 21st of 2018 by O Brother Distribution. The film received positive reviews with much praise for its direction, cinematography, soundtrack, choreography, and performances, although some criticized its violence and perceived lack of a story. But I think that's the fucking point. We'll get there.
Yeah, I mean, with him, I feel like he's the same kind of thing as like Argento, whereas like he's more into just the cinematography of it and shots than whereas like a story.
Right, exactly. So, as we said, it is written and directed by Gaspar Noe, but the cinematography was by Benoit Deby. It was edited by Dennis Bedlow and Gaspar Noe, and the music was by Thomas Bangalter. But they did have tracks by quite a few artists in there as well. It was distributed, as we said, by O Brother Distribution and Wild Bunch, and it has a 96-minute runtime. Its budget was $2.9 million. And the box office was 1.7, according to reports, but it was very critically acclaimed despite not making money. So that's all. That's kind of how that goes.
With an art house movie, I don't really think it would make that much. Not gonna lie.
Right.
But
exactly.
I honestly, I think out of all the French Extreme movies, I think I love this one the most. Honestly,
it's way up there for me. Yeah, this one was insane, bro. So I think what we'll do, I'm going to go through the plot very quickly. Okay, very, very quickly. We are not going to stop until I get through the end of the plot, and then we'll go through notes because I think that's going to keep us.
I had some notes about certain scenes. Well, a couple scenes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll run through quickly on the whole plot, and then we'll come through and we'll talk about our specific notes. How about that? Instead of going like line by line. Is that okay?
I texted you all my notes last night, so I just scroll back. But yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, you're good. You pull up yours, and then you can see mine in the notes. So really quick, at a high level, in the winter of 1996, a professional French dance troupe led by manager Emmanuel and choreographer Selva gather in a rural abandoned school to rehearse an upcoming performance. After succeeding in completing the elaborate closing piece of the dance, which is pretty intense, the group commence a celebratory after-party, dancing and drinking sangria made by Emmanuel, while Goth Daddy is his name, provides the music. Goth Daddy.
What a weird motherfucker.
Yeah, he is a weird dude. The diverse group has several personal issues, and they share gossip and kind of talk back and forth about one another during the celebration as things are progressing. As the party continues, the dancers get increasingly agitated and confused. And then there's a real turning point when a German girl named Psyche, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, urinates on the floor. And Selva, who's kind of like the main person that we follow through most of the chaos, begins to realize that something is wrong and that everybody is behaving strangely. So the dancers all eventually come to the conclusion that the sangria has been spiked with a hallucinogen, probably LSD. At first, they accuse Emmanuel since she made the drink, but she points out that she drank it and is also suffering from the effects. Taylor, already resentful towards Omar for dating his sister, Gazelle, there's a lot to talk about there, points out that Omar, who is teetotaler or doesn't partake of any drugs or alcohol, has not touched the sangria and accuses him of being the one responsible. The group gets angry, locks him outside of the building in freezing weather. Then Emmanuel sees her son Tito drinking the sangria, freaks out, locks him inside of an electrical room to protect him from everything that's going on. So good intentions, but that doesn't turn out well. Selva goes to the room.
Parent.
Of her friend
I felt
Lou.
so bad for Tito. I know we're not trying to go into notes, but like I felt so bad for him.
I know, I did too. We'll get to those. So, Selva goes to the room of her friend Lou, who hasn't been drinking at all, and Lou is feeling bad. She confesses she didn't drink because she's pregnant. So another person, Dom, who's very affected by the drug, enters the room and accuses Lou of spiking the drink and then kicks her in the stomach and doesn't believe her claim of being pregnant. Lou, who's injured and retching and weeping, passes through an altercation between another set of people who are in the kitchen. One is not giving the other Coke, so she sets her hair on fire. So there's a lot happening there. Okay, so then a frenzied Lou confronts Dom on the dance floor, but the group, all having been heavily affected by the LSD at this point, turns on her and accuses her of having spiked the drink because she didn't drink it. At first, she takes up a knife to defend herself. The taunts of the group cause Lou to have a breakdown, and she ends up actually punching herself in the stomach and slashing herself with the knife on her face and her arm as the group encourages her to kill herself before she's comforted by Eva. Silva, hearing the screams, forces herself to walk through the building in her drug-addled hallucinatory state and finds out that Emmanuel, who's lost the key to the electric room, which she locked her son in, is there screaming for help due to hallucinations. While Emmanuel desperately searches, Silva sees Taylor in a group brutally beating David, who's another guy who's super horny, who's spent the night kind of talking about fucking all these different women. When the school suddenly loses electricity and switches to red emergency lighting, someone laughingly shouts that Tito has electrocuted himself. That was so sad. Ivana drags a heavily hallucinating Silva through the halls, passing a distraught Eva in the shower, trying to wash off the blood from Lou's cuts. Entering Ivana's room, the two take shelter and begin to have sex, and that's kind of when we lose those two for the rest of the film. Distraught David stumbles upon the two. He's kicked out by Silva. David tries to enter DJ Daddy's room, but's also evicted. Rejected, David encounters Gazelle and her brother Taylor, starting to have sex. Oh my God, there's a lot to unpack there.
Horrifying.
Gazelle flees from Taylor, and stumbles into the central hall where the remaining dancers have descended into a drug-induced psychosis. They're all dancing wildly, chanting, having sex, physically assaulting one another. Taylor catches up to Gazelle and professes his love to her, telling her he can only make her happy as she cries. Gazelle has a seizure. Taylor takes her to his room while David's attacked by another dancer who slams his head against the floor. And that kind of brings us out of this insanity to a bit. When the police arrive the next morning, they find almost all of the dancers either unconscious or dead. Psyche or Psyche, however you pronounce that, continues to dance alone.
It has like a thing next to it.
Yeah, we'll call her Psyche from now on. So she continues to dance alone. She's the tall, blonde German girl. Dom is curled up alone, sobbing. Omar has frozen to death outside, while Emmanuel has killed herself outside the electrical room out of grief. Tito's corpse lies beside the open door of the electrical junction cabinet. Gazelle wakes up next to Taylor, seemingly having forgotten the evening, as Taylor instructs her not to say anything to their father. Eva is curled up naked in the shower cubicle. It's all bringing back awful things in my head. Jennifer,
this part was horrifying. I thought she was dead.
Yeah, Jennifer is splashing water on her burned scalp, screaming. Lou exits the building and rides outside in the snow, laughing uncontrollably, having gone insane. And she's the person that you see in the very beginning of the film, dragging themselves through the snow. And as the police search the building, Psyche, who has several books related to hallucinogens in her bag and apparently suffering no ill effects from the acid, goes to her room and drops liquid LSD into her eye. And that's how we end the film, as it kind of fades to white. So, holy shit, that's a lot. I know we ran through it quick, but I think that it'll keep us a little more organized and on time since we have a lot of notes to get through. So, Mikey, on this film, what are some notes you have from that beginning section?
All right, so let me go back to what I texted you last night because that's where I didn't write it down fully. But so you can really see in this movie that it's two of my favorite movies influence this one. It feels like. One being Suspiria, which is like dancers in a ballet school and crazy weird ghost stuff happens. But this one just felt like it was the aesthetic of that movie mixed with possession. Well, certain parts of possession, like when Selva is having her mental breakdown, in that everything goes yellow. She's slamming stuff, throwing stuff. It reminded me of Isabella Adjani's character in Possession when she's losing her mind.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love this movie a lot. I thought it was fucked up that Emmanuel locks her son in there, or even just brought him there in general.
Right.
I thought it was extremely irresponsible as a parent myself. It was fucked up. And as Selva's walking through and hearing his screams really horrified me.
Oh my God. Yeah, that I couldn't. They don't ever stop until he stops. You know?
And not until the end you realize that he's dead, as I said before in the episode, earlier in this episode. I just think Gaspar Noe is an amazing director, and this is one of the most beautiful yet fucked up movies I've ever seen. From the cinematography to everything that happens in it. It's just crazy. It's a crazy ride, I think. Anything else? I thought the dance sequence in the beginning was really cool.
Okay.
And as I said before, I love the credit sequence where each one of the crew members' parts, well, not parts, but like positions, were like little different like emoji kind of things.
Okay. Yeah.
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 I had some other stuff. I liked how, as I said, it was only five pages of a script. That's wild to me.
That is,
I don't know. I love this movie so
thing,
much.
right?
I can go on and on
for sure.
What are some of your notes?
So, okay. I took a shit ton as is tradition. So we can talk about like the individual notes as we go through if you have any notes on my shit that I wrote down. But so the opening credits rolling in the beginning took me by surprise. We already talked about that. I thought that was a cool thing to do, though. It does say based on a true story from 1996, but that can't quite be verified. Like there was a dance troupe that did have their drinks spiked by LSD, but there are no accounts beyond that one sentence. So he definitely ran with this, but I like the note of a true story. I guess I did like the note or like the really quick right before they started the interviews. It was like half a second. It went and it said, I had to go back 3 times. Life is but a fleeting illusion. Right. So that was neat. One of the dancers, and I can't remember which one, they said, what would you do if you couldn't dance? And she just said, suicide. And then they kept going. And I was like, holy fuck, bro. So that was intense.
I feel like the building itself was like a character in the movie.
Right. So the room that they're being interviewed in the beginning looks horrifying. Like all the paint's like peeling off the wall and everything. So you already know it's like,
don't eat the paint.
I know they're trying to be like artsy fartsy, but it's lead paint for sure. Yeah. Maybe some paint just fell in the bowl. Maybe it wasn't LSD. I don't know.
Wait, does lead make you like hallucinate and like go crazy? Well,
maybe eventually.
It's brain, but I don't think it's like this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
No, it's that old school French lead, I don't know, man. That's that European lead.
French lead.
Oh, a baguette, a Paris, mon chéri.
The paint is made on baguettes.
So they spread paint on their baguettes.
Yeah, snails and baguettes.
Instead of butter, they eat snails and paint baguettes. Yeah, so okay. Baguettes? I did put that I do love the title surrounding the TV. It's a great way to showcase your inspirations. I did feel like it felt like porno casting in the beginning, the way they were asking the actors the dancers will you do anything to make it? And one of the guys, like one of the gay guys, is like, anything, and I'm like, oh shit, they're about to film a porn.
Oh my god, the dialogue with the 2 guys in the beginning about buttholes was fucking hilarious. I forgot to say that in my notes.
God,
it's just natural. It's okay.
Right. Yeah, actually, I did write those down.
Okay.
He said specifically,
occupational hazard shit happens.
That's it. Yeah, it's an occupational hazard. Shit happens. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. The next note. One of the dancers from Berlin, actually, I think it's Psych, says she doesn't want to end up like Christine F. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that is reference to Christiane F., which is a film, a cult film about a child heroin addict. Have you ever seen that?
No, I haven't.
I haven't either, but I caught that reference, and now I kind of want to watch it.
I was going to look it up, though, after they said that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an older movie. It was released 40 years ago at this point, but that is a child heroin addict film. Check it out, I guess, if you want. One person, one of the guys says, oh, I'm so excited to visit America. It's such a great place for Black culture, which I found to be such a profound and interesting statement. Yes, I feel like there is great Black culture in America, but there's also a ton of turmoil and a ton of struggles.
I mean, same goes with
Black
France,
Americans, right? Black
France
Americans
is inherently
face.
Racist.
Right. So I just found that interesting. I found it interesting that they included that. Then they included that statement right before the next person says, who's also a Black guy, says, America is heaven on earth. And I was like, oh, Jesus. What is the picture of America that people have outside of America?
I don't know what it was in 96, but it can't be good now.
Oh yeah, I guess that was 96. But even, I mean, shit, in 2018, like, it's a weird thing. I don't know.
They were more
Whatever.
dressed
Okay.
like early 2000s and like
Kind of,
96.
right? But I guess they were kind of raving a bit. I don't know. So the opening dance scene's trippy as hell.
Mhm.
They did a great job, though, with that choreography. And the fact that it's all one shot was wild. I did read that they shot that like 15 times, though. So that
And
seems
apparently
like a
the
shit ton of
dancers
work.
were able to like do whatever drug they wanted while they were shooting the film.
Yeah, he also showed them videos of
People acting
people
like they're on drugs.
on
Yeah.
crack and people on LSD and how they acted. So that's kind of cool. So this next note, any human, man, woman, other, whatever, if you can dance in heels, holy fucking shit, you're a superstar. I would break my ankles, my legs, and my back in 5 seconds. So good on y'all. There were some people, and it was men and women that were fucking dancing their asses off in heels. So good for y'all. Good shit. Holy fuck. Okay, so when the mother is scolding her son for touching the sangria, that made me think that she knew what was in the sangria. But
I think Emmanuel did know.
Well, she did say it's alcohol; it's not juice. So she might have just been scolding her kid to scold her kid, but she also might have been privy to it and wanted to see what would happen with the dancers. I don't know. Hard to tell. By the time that okay, so there were a couple smaller, like there were big transition scenes for sure. Like when they were dancing, the second set of dancing, they all start dancing faster and faster and faster. And then but there's blood or vomit on the floor. That's a really big transition. But if you pay really close attention, they started to have small transitions into the insanity. And one of those was by the time,
like as they're talking, the film was like skipping.
Yeah. So by the time that they're dancing with the little boy, it's the two girls. They're just kind of like dancing back and forth. You can feel the camera starting to get shaky, right? So then the trippy effects are coming on then, but it's a slight shake, but you can feel it. Then the next transition is a little bit later when the two guys are talking. It's not that the film skips, it's that the music, like there's a high pitched like squeal, and then they pause. They both pause, and then they keep talking. But it's not an actual pause. It's like they wrote that into their dialogue. So I thought that was really interesting. So those are like two things as they're like tweaking into their insanity. I did write down, they have the line in there, it's good she didn't abort him, talking about Tito, which is just so like,
I didn't oh my God.
It is not a child friendly environment. Not that, I mean, whatever, like do what you do, but it's just it's not the place you want to have a kid for sure. I did like the line, God and dance don't mix, and nobody there likes the crosses. So that was interesting.
Or the flag.
Right.
The two guys really hated the flag. They wanted to fuck the girls on the flag.
Right. Yeah, they hated the French flag for sure. I did like the line between the two German girls, between Psyche and whatever the other little one's name was. You need to stop acting like I don't exist. You're so fucking fake. And then Psyche says, I'm not fake. You're boring. So that was funny. So the brother and sister talking about what she's been doing with Omar skeeved me out from the beginning. You could tell the brother was
knew something was up, yeah.
Too protective of his sister. It was very weird. And then the two friends are talking about fucking the blonde, and that's when the high pitched squeal is, and they freeze for a second. I noted that. That's definitely an escalation point. Occupational hazard shit happens when they're talking about buttholes. That was really fucking funny.
The whole conversation, man.
And then they start using at this point the intensity of the dancing and the music to increase the intensity of the plot. People start getting sick, and then they don't show anyone vomiting or bleeding on the floor, but they're filming from above still, and there is a pile of either red vomit, blood, or sangria that's on the floor that they're still just dancing around. And then
I forgot to mention there was one thing I had too. When Selva, when she's walking back into the dance hall,
yeah,
the guy in that little walkway is like dancing really aggressively, like throwing his arms around.
Yeah, kind of like double
that
jointed.
Freaked me the hell out.
Jointedly.
Yeah, he freaked me out.
That was weird. Yeah, that was a cool thing though. So, then they run the opening credits right here. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, cool. And then the German girl, psych, pisses on the floor right here. So at this point, it's like you've gone like slowly down into this like chaotic feel, but this is like the slope. So in normal movies, I've always thought of movies in this like in a static way, right? In a normal, like quote unquote normal film, it builds to a certain point and then it builds a little farther and then it resolves, right? So you have like kind of a slow, gradual get to know everybody. It goes a little crazy and then it gets really crazy and then it tapers off. That's just like the normal
I mean, his
feel
other movie,
of a film.
Irreversible, is pretty much shot backwards.
But this film does go up and down. So he gives you insanity in the first 2 minutes and then like a calm, kind of make a manic build, and then insanity to nothing. So the feel of the film is so, I think that's why partly is so disturbing, because it doesn't follow any norm or rules of traditional film whatsoever, which already gets you on the edge of your seat, right? It's just crazy.
I mean, once you know he's directing it, you know it's gonna be like crazy and out of control, and the way a film is shot is gonna be like weird, because Irreversible is shot back. Well, it's played backwards.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta watch that. I think that would be a good one to cover.
I think that's the next episode.
Shh, don't tell anybody. Okay, so what I kind of noticed at this point, when they walk out of the dance hall and they walk down the hall into like the kitchen area, that is the descent into hell. Right. So you're walking downward into it
definitely felt like
very bright room. And then the pregnant girl gets attacked at this point. And this is where my notes start to taper off, because I was really just so drawn into all of the chaos that was happening.
I was taken aback by the whole thing.
If you haven't checked out Mother, which stars Jennifer Lawrence, I highly suggest seeing that movie. I think it's Mark.
I still need to see that, honestly.
No, it's not Mark Ruffalo. It's Javier Bardem. Is that how you say it? Bardem?
Bardem.
Yeah, so he plays the male lead in that alongside
his uncle.
Jennifer
directed a Gialli.
Oh yeah, oh nice, cool.
Corruption of Christopher Miller. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah,
I recommend that one actually.
So anyway, so I do feel that the filming was very similar between these two films at the chaos points. So they did long takes in that as well, and also everything ramps up really quickly when things start to go wild. So at this point, that's kind of what I felt. So Selva's descent into madness is an insane filming shot. So that's
like my favorite part of the movie.
One long take. And now you were saying that reminded you of what?
Possession from 1981 by Andrzej Zulawski.
Okay, and how do they relate?
There's a scene where Isabella Gianni is going crazy after her and Sam Neill have like an argument, because like they're about to get divorced.
Okay,
and she's like running through a train station, ripping stuff off the walls, having that same kind of like manic, almost like a manic episode kind of thing.
Yeah,
and it really reminded me of that. And like I know that's one of the influences on this movie, because like you see it like when like they're doing the auditions. That's one of the movies that's on like that stack of movies.
Yeah.
But I also read that he's actually said that Possession was one of the influences on this movie.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, that was insane.
I do definitely want to do an episode on that movie before soon.
Okay,
we've talked about it so many times on this show. I feel like
we should. Yeah, so that was wild, man. She's going up and down and up and down and up and down in so many ways.
Seeing all like her friends or dance people are like getting like weird things happen, like the girl getting her hair set on fire. Just like crazy shit.
Yeah, and that's where, unfortunately, during this time, towards the more towards like the end, before she leaves the dance hall with the little short German girl, I can't remember her name, but that's where the lights go out. Everything turns red, and someone says, "Tito's fried." It's okay. I've got my ghetto blaster, which they're just talking.
And he pulls out a literal ghetto blaster,
right? So it's like. Everyone's so far gone that they can't even care that a child's been killed. And
they thought it was funny.
They laughed about it. And then, Tito's mom, Emmanuel, goes and she still can't get into the room. So she just kills herself outside of the room. that her poor son is locked in. So,
and Selva wanted to try to help too. She was like screaming too.
Yeah. So at this point, all hell is breaking loose. So this, I feel like, if you think about cinematography in the sense of high to low, in the very beginning of the film, it's chaos and it's something, something bad has happened, but you're filming from above the trees, looking at a white, snowy ground. Okay. So
I love that in movies.
Yeah.
Just like snow just by itself. It's like, it looks beautiful. Even like when something like fucks up happens.
So then move forward and think about the cinematography in the gym when they're filming above the dancers. And then think about coming down to ground level and the chaos begins to ensue. And then think about when we go down into the living quarters. So we're descending a little bit further. And then if you think about when they get back out to the dance floor and the lights turn red, how low they get to the ground. And the very last scene,
it's claustrophobic, feels like.
It is. It feels like it's demons in hell, right? That's like it's like, that's the feeling. Chaos is ensuing just everywhere. And then the very last chaotic happening is that guy's head is bashed into the ground and he passes out. And then the camera awakes above him and a white door is open. So now you see your exit. So now collectively as an audience, we're about to exit the experience that we've just had through that door. And we know that. I just found that cinematography and that choice to go from high to low and then to the exit door was a very cool thing. And I liked it a lot. Now, my last two notes, one, at the very end, the last thing, and it was upside down that they used as a text said, "Life is a collective impossibility." Interesting. And then, why the fuck do I have balloons going behind me?
What the fuck was that?
What was that, bro? Is it because I'm waving? Has somebody hacked us?
That was horrifying. I think I got scared genuinely.
What is that? Do I have a ghost in here?
It was just, the screen went yellow for a second, but then it was just like
balloons. I don't know, bro. Is there somebody in here listening to us? What's happening? No, it's just me and you. What the fuck did...
Mike, are you here? No.
Bro, I am confused. All right. My very last note of the whole film, never trust the goddamn Germans.
Bro, eating bitches.
Bro, that girl goes back in her fucking room. She's got the LSD shit. She's dropping acid in her eyes. And she was the one in the very beginning, this is Psych, by the way, who says, "Oh, I have a friend who puts acid in their eye. I could never imagine doing such a thing." And then she's the bitch doing it, bro. God damn it.
I don't know. If I saw all my friends like descending into madness, I wouldn't want to do that then.
But she created the madness, obviously. She's the one who had the LSD. Obviously. So who cares? I mean, like, she doesn't give a fuck. She's about, the cops are there and she's dropping more acid in her eye. Like, she's just having a good old fucking time. That's wild to me. Okay, so I'll try to run through these production notes as quick as I can here. But there's a lot of good information in them. So this episode might just end up being longer, and I'm fine with that. Okay, so some development notes. The film is loosely based on a true story, apparently, of a French dance troupe in the 1990s who did have their alcoholic beverage spiked with LSD at an after party, although no further incidents took place during the actual event, unlike the fucking film where everything went insane. The idea of making a film based around dance came to Noe in late November or December of 2017 when he was invited to a Vogue ballroom by Leia Vlamos, who would eventually be a part of the film's cast. Quote, "I couldn't believe the energy in the crowd, and then I thought, I'd love to film these kind of people." I'd also seen that movie by David LaChapelle called Rise about crumping. I've never heard of that. Have you?
Yeah, I have. I've never seen it, but I've seen a trailer for it and I heard about it when it was first coming out.
Interesting. What the fuck is crumping?
It's like, the dudes were like, they were doing like that really hard dancing, but they were just like posing while they're doing it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the real hard
I can't
shit.
do it. I'm really bad at dancing, but like that's what they were doing.
All right, so your homework is to learn crumping. Okay, cool. All right, so I was amazed.
You teach me the Dougie.
by these young kids dancing like they were possessed by evil forces, he said. Although he originally felt inspired to make a documentary film about dance, he came up with the idea of Climax in early January of 2018. He used 1970s films for additional inspiration, including The Towering Inferno, The Poseidon Adventure, and Shivers, which I believe are all...
Shivers makes sense a lot. That's like one of my favorite Cronenberg movies.
Yes. I believe those are all in the stack, aren't they? I think they are.
No, I don't think Shivers is in there. I don't think Towering Inferno is in there either.
Really? Okay. Yeah, all right. He should have put him in. God damn it. He stated that the film was all about, well, quote, all about people creating something together and failing in the second half. It's like the biblical story of the Tower of Babel, apparently. Mankind can create big things. Then, with the influence of alcohol or some accident, everything falls apart. He also said, quote, I remember as a teenager when I was 14, I would host parties at my home, and I liked sangria. It was the first alcohol I ever drank. But you seriously don't need drugs to lose control. Alcohol is more than enough. I've seen so many more fights linked to alcohol, it can turn you crazy. In another interview, he claimed that the theme of the film was, quote, a group of people creating something together and then collapsing. Noe, who had experience using LSD in the past, claimed that the film was more about the impact fear can have on people than it was about drug abuse itself. He also denied that the film had any kind of moral agenda, pointing out that it was not necessarily the most aggressive ones that get punished. It's mostly about a collective screw-up. That makes sense. In casting... just a few notes here. The film was cast over the month of January 2018. It was mostly made of dancers with no acting experience, as Noe found the cast himself mostly in ballrooms, crumping battles, or on the internet. As Vogue and crumping are largely individual dances, most of the cast had no experience dancing as a group or in synchronization. When asked about the casting process for the film, Noe said, I went to see some voguing ballrooms and crump battles, and I was hypnotized by their body language. These guys, who are usually very poor, became stars on stage once a month in a ballroom or in a battle. The film's choreographer, Nina McNeely, is the one who had the idea of casting Sofia Boutella. The only cast member with acting experience was Sofia Boutella. Oh, and Soyula Jacob. Boutella had been a dancer for many years, although she had stopped dancing a few years before, and agreed to do it for the film once more. One of the cast members was a contortionist in Congo, whom Noe had heard of when he was searching for unusual dancers, and he got into touch with before flying him to France for filming. An agent brought up Jacob when Noe asked for a dancer who would be, quote, able to scream and shout on demand. He said, I met her, and we did a quick casting to see how much she could scream and dance. She was excellent. And I was like, can you start on Monday? And she was like, I thought you joking. And he was like, no, I'm not joking. No, it doesn't say that, but it was close. He recognized that the characters played by Boutella and Jacob, quote, would have been too hard for someone who's not really an actor, as they were more complicated psychologically. So filming, Climax was shot in 15 days in an abandoned school in Paris, although Noe conceived a basic story and gave the cast ideas as to where the story and characters could go. He did not write any lines, and he let the cast improvise the dialogue in most of the situations in front of the camera, which is wild to me. There were no rehearsals, and only the premise, the characters' basic personality traits, and the early dance scene had been planned beforehand. He stated that when the cast asked him for a script, they also, so they could learn their lines, he answered, no, just come to the set and do whatever you want. I'll never push you to do anything against your will. And if you have any ideas, please tell them to me. What the fuck, bro? So Noe did give several ideas to the cast, but he did let them be free to follow them or not. He said, quote, I knew the start and the end point, but I did not know the in-between. For example, initially I thought Sofia Boutella's character, Selva, would end up with a boy. Then I thought maybe it could be a girl. When I met the Russian girl dancer and asked Sofia if she minds ending up with her, she didn't mind. So the whole thing was quite organic. Then I didn't know how the story of DJ would end. Oh, maybe he ends with the young dancer, but everything was shot in chronological order, which keeps the door open for any kind of rewriting. He stated that, quote, the mood on the set was so joyful and friendly. People were not getting wasted. I asked them what you would enjoy doing in the movie. How would you want to shock an audience? I would never ask them to do what they would not like to do. Tell me who you want to kiss. Who would you want to smash? Who would you want to insult? I would ask the other person, would you mind if this person wants to do this
I feel like
or that?
that's badly translated. I doubt they use the word smash.
No, he said smash. He said,
Who do you want to smash? Smash them good.
and of course, the reciprocal person
What?
was welcome
scared.
to propose anything. Don't touch me. After
Don't touch me.
Don't touch me. After the opening scene and the audition tapes, the plot of the film starts with a long take, which lasts over 12 minutes, with the first 5 minutes consisting fully of a choreographed dance by the cast. The choreography had also been rehearsed before shooting, with the cast improving the dance and adding to it with each take, apparently. That's neat. With the help of Nick Neely and the rest of the crew, they eventually filmed 16 takes, with the 15th being the one that they used in the film. Holy fuck, bro. That's a lot of dancing. Like, can you imagine doing that dance 15 times? Holy fuck.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I couldn't do that.
No,
Not even if it made me.
I do it like half a time. Noe stated that
For half the price.
For half the price, half the dance. Noe stated that the final 2 takes were the only ones good enough to
The
be
VHS
used.
Doom podcast.
Half price VHS Doom. We don't dance. Good. Another long take central to the
Don't
film
dance too good.
lasts over 42 minutes, almost half of the film's running time. Noe stated that, quote, I was operating the camera, but I had no idea how I was going to frame the scenes until immediately before I was on the set. I especially wanted the second half of the movie to be one continuous master shot, but how it was going to be, I had no idea. So, chaos. All chaos. After the opening shot, in which Lou is seen screaming in the snow, and the end credits roll, Noe stated, quote, I look at the film as a book, and there is a prologue, or at the end, an epilogue, a biography, or an additional personal note. In the case of this movie, the first exaggerated scene with her being bloody, crying in the snow, it wasn't meant to be. It was just snowing in Paris for 2 days, and the second day I thought about possibly taking advantage of the weather. We got a drone and we filmed the girl in the snow from above. I didn't know how to use that footage at first. Later in the movie, when they opened the door, I thought that it could fit in with the previous footage if we made it snow outside and made it look like they were locked in. So I got some snow machines to recreate the whole thing. When people mentioned that there was some reference to The Shining, it wasn't that at all. I like the idea of getting rid of the credits at the beginning of the movie. I hate ending credits. I like movies from the 40s or 50s of which movies would end abruptly. So I knew...
He's not wrong. I forgot that they would do that back then.
Yeah, actually, I was just... I guess back at Christmas, I was watching It's a Wonderful Life, and they do all the credits in the beginning.
Such an amazing movie.
Yeah, actually, those credits, they all wrote out on paper, and they moved the paper for each one. That was very interesting. So he said, quote, I knew how I wanted to end the movie. I found a satanic icon that I could put before the movie starts, like an omen that something is going to turn bad. There was going to be a big drama that the world is going to turn to hell. Okay, so 2 more little paragraphs here, and we'll get over to the...
I guess you're right when you said that the ending, like when it went red, it was like hell.
It was, yeah. I felt like it was.
Yeah.
I really felt like
It definitely was, because like the way they're all acting, like at the end, like in that claustrophobic setting, it felt like they're demons.
Yeah, a lot of them looked like demons for sure. So there was no clear ending in mind while the actors were improvising. According to Noe, the only narrative directive given to the cast about the end of the story was that, quote, the most fragile ones would die at the end, only the strong survive. Okay, I didn't get that, but I guess that makes sense. So the interview tapes featured early in the film were not originally planned, but Noe's line producer suggested that the cast should have talked more in the film and came up with the idea of interviewing them for possible extra footage.
That's a great idea.
I know. I love that.
I didn't know that was like not part of the thing. I thought that was just part of the movie.
Yeah, so they were going to add it for only the home media release, but then it was eventually added to the film itself, and those scenes are all completely improvised, and they're just talking.
They should have given that line producer a raise.
They should, for sure. So while he had also featured drugs in previous films, Noe decided to have a different approach in Climax. He said, quote, "I didn't want to do any visual or sound effects to reproduce the feeling you're having when you're on drugs. I thought it would be funny to do the other way, like shoot almost documentary style with long cuts, seeing how the effects of drugs and alcohol are experienced, how it's seen from the outside, like how it all shows and not how it feels." Okay, I like that. So he was giving the viewer's perspective of a drug user, not the user's perspective of a drug user. He also left the cast free to have their characters react to LSD in whichever way they preferred, as people can react very differently to it in real life. He said, quote, "They were all quite keen to get the second part of the shoot, with the drugs and everything going crazy. I showed them all of these videos, people high on LSD, mushrooms, crack, whatever. Then after, I asked each one how they would want to portray their own craziness." Okay, so holy fuck, that's a lot, but those are all of our production notes.
Oh no, it's hitting. What? What? What happened? Oh fuck, Mikey took more LSD. Oh no, he's dancing. Oh god, he came back. Oh god, why do you look like fucking Dr. Freudstein right now? Oh shit, your eyes, they're glowing. They're glowing golden. Oh fuck. Okay, Mikey, you're up, buddy. I hope you can do your box office and IMDb on LSD. Good luck. I forgot how to read.
How do I read that?
Oh no. The premiered film, the March 8th.
The premiered film on Cannes
The
Film
May.
Festival of Films Fortnite screening.
Oh wow, Fortnite the video game?
Just read it, god damn it.
Okay. The film premiered on May 13th, 2018 at the Cannes Film Festival, or Cannes. How do you pronounce it?
I think it's
I've heard it both
Cannes.
ways.
I don't know.
Okay, Cannes Film Festival screening in Director's Fortnite section, where it won Art Cinema Award, which is awesome, honestly. The film was released in France on September 19th, 2018 by Wild Bunch Distribution, in Belgium on why do they do it like that? November 21st, 2018 by Oh Brother Distribution. Jesus. Almost start stuttering. I'm not on drugs, guys, I promise.
Okay.
Distribution. It was released in the UK on September 21st, 2018 by Arrow Films. In the United States on March 1st, 2019 by A24.
I thought you were going to try to say
Arrow Films and A24.
Oh brother, Distribuzione. I thought you were going for the Italian.
No, I started stuttering while I was saying it, and it just sounded like that.
I'm just fucking with you.
It's fine. Box office, Climax grossed $817,339 in the United States and Canada. And in other territories, it was $878,930, and total worldwide gross is $1.7 million against a production budget of $2.9 million.
Yeah,
that's really weird.
Yeah, they lost.
I feel like
over $1 million. Yeah.
I feel like for an art movie, though, I feel like that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like an art house movie,
the back end, like the DVD or Blu-ray or what, just media sales is probably. Brought them over.
Let me just bring up the because I was afraid that we were having issues before, so I closed out all of my tabs. But all right, so I guess we can do like what's it called, like Horse Machine Ranch ad or something.
Oh yeah, you know what? Actually, this week we probably should listen into a little HorseMachineRanchRoad.com. If you haven't heard of Horse Machine Ranch Road, here you go.
Hello and good morning. Are you or anyone you know a like-minded man who loves glory holes? Do you love spending long days on a ranch and using machines? Do you love looking at horses and horses on ranches next to machines? Well, then you found yourself in the right place. Horse Machine Ranch Road. We're a planned community of like-minded men who love glory holes, horses, ranches, machines, and roads. You can find us at HorseMachineRanchRoad.com, where you get all of your Horse Machine Ranch Road needs met, as well as plenty of glory hole experiences. Come join a planned community of like-minded men today. HorseMachineRanchRoad.com. 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 We'll see you there, friends.
And that's our sponsor for today, HorseMachineRanchRoad.com.
With men of different honor and glory holes.
Strength, honor, and glory holes. HorseMachineRanchRoad.com.
The Horse Machine Ranch Road Way.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so, oh my God, this is going to be awesome. All right, I got this really short one, if you want me to do, or do you want me to do a bigger, like one of the, like a paragraph?
Yeah,
I got 2 ones.
Yeah, do whatever one you want. Doesn't matter.
All right, so this is the 1-star. These people are on acid, ? More like bath salts or flocka. Seems odd everyone has a base reaction of was violent from fake, not from fake, from taking LSD. Wouldn't people be happy and realized, want to talk about metaphysics?
Is that it? Okay, well.
Yeah, that's that one. I'll just do another one.
Okay.
So that was pretty crap.
No, it's okay.
All right, so this is another 1-star. So pretentious it made me write a review after so long. So I get the premise. I've seen many of Noe, but this one just is too pretentious and trying to neglect character building with justifiable artistry. Dancers, aka bad actors, so much overacting here.
God damn.
Taking acid and freaking out in a bad trip. Oh, and quirky lighting and rotating camera angles. That's all. Supposedly an experience rather than a movie, but believe me, Noe and so many others have done so much better delivering experience than dark lighting, the classic upside down camera. It would have been better if he had given them some E or acid, just to observe the tape and reactions, concluding a pretentious avant-garde art experience. Whoever had a fair share of art, this person's mean. Experimental cinema will know that it doesn't deserve the title.
Okay.
It doesn't even deliver at least the experience while falling in the rest. Do some research on drugs next time.
Good goddamn. Okay. Thank you. Okay. One more for funsies. Okay.
I mean, you're going to see a Gaspar Noe movie. You're going to think that like.
God damn it. Goddamn window again. Movie? Fuck. Bro. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and say that they started out by talking about how this movie was pretentious, but I'm not going to lie to you, you dead Harambe, that your review was pretentious as fuck. You're already talking about other art house movies, and you're talking about giving actors actual drugs to help the performance. Fuck off. Okay.
And quote unquote, do some research on the actual drugs.
Okay.
These are like love letters. Holy shit. Okay.
Oh, goddamn.
So I'll do this one. So, shocking, dazzling, extraordinary filmmaking. Gaspar Noe is an infamous filmic provocateur who has inspired a kind of aggressive, derisive, lofty praise that would be envious of most other directors. With Climax, he is a dynamic, occasionally pretentious as ever, resulting in a film that would be by nobody else. The experience is utterly harrowing and genuinely original. His ensemble is uniform, believable, given the scenes of utter chaos and sense of growing horror, the likes of which I haven't had quite experienced in other movies. The soundtrack is booming, the cinematography is dizzying, the narrative is utterly insane and brazen, and an absolute must-see, and I'll bet not for the faint of heart.
Okay, well, thank you for your love letter.
As I said, a love letter.
And
I'd probably write the same thing. I love this movie so much.
Son of a bitch. Goddamn son of a bitch. What? No! Stop! Why?
Off my face! You just shot me!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Why do I keep doing this? Why? Oh my god! Oh good goddamn! Holy!
I like how it ends with the glass breaking.
Shit! God damn it!
Guys, this is like the third time that Dylan's shot up a store like this.
Fuck. It just kept going. It's like it's for some reason I kept reloading it and kept shooting. I just don't know.
But the best part was the glass break at the end. It kind of seemed like it was staged.
Holy fuck!
We have fun here at VHS. Too.
We have fun and lots of holes in our walls and shattered windows. Okay, so
and like deadites on the floor. Reuse bleeding out, dude.
He's fine. There are
no. Look at him. Half his head's missing.
Oh fuck! Yeah, it'll just add to his aesthetic. It's okay. He'll be fine. You'll be fine. All right, so let's go ahead and get the fuck out of here. We're gonna get our final thoughts in for this movie. Do you want to go first? You want me to go first on this?
Well, I'm reading yours as you were talking, and it's literally the same thing I would say. I mean, this movie is like the craziest like journey through hell.
Yeah.
The cinematography is amazing.
Yeah.
The actors, like, unlike that person before, we just like brutally shot.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't know what they're talking about because these actors were really good at what they were doing. I actually felt for them.
So happy with their performances, especially
like when the girl who's like pregnant was like getting attacked. Yeah. I felt for her.
Oh
and
my
like,
God!
When she was like being driven to suicide and she was cutting herself, I literally was like freaking out over it.
Yep, me too.
I mean, then again, I was drinking a lot of wine when I was watching it. So
oh yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, it was just an amazing movie. Honestly, I love this movie so much.
I fucking love this movie too.
This was a first time watch for me, believe it or not.
Nice, good shit,
especially
man.
from a director I love.
Yeah, I love that. I love that,
and I love that it paid homage to. I definitely felt like it definitely paid homage to Suspiria and Possession.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like you're accurate in all of those statements. I agree 100%. It made me feel a lot. So,
especially when the kid was like in the closet, that freaked me out the most.
Yeah, that hurt. So first I'll say, Doug, thanks so much for the recommendation. Highly appreciate it. And
shout out to Doug.
Yeah, throw some more our way if you want. Secondly, I wrote out a little, sentence or two about this. So this will be my final thoughts. So first of all, underlined and bold, what a goddamn mind fuck.
Yep.
So
it definitely felt like I was on acid.
It did. Yeah. Gaspar Noe manages to take us on a ride to the bowels of hell. From his high level, bright shots in the beginning of the film to the dark, low, and seedy frames at the wrap up, we truly descend into madness, chaos, and literal death within the tight 90 minutes of this insane masterpiece. While there is seemingly an endless set of notes that we could use to analyze this film, I think that we would be doing a disservice to mention more of them here. The beautifully orchestrated insanity of Climax truly mirrors life in so many ways, whether it was due to the lack of a script with only slight direction and influence, or whether Gaspar was able to bottle lightning. I believe Climax is a film that will live rent-free in my head for many, many years to come. I would give Climax a 9 out of 10 broken LSD-covered VHS tapes any day of the week. Again, Doug.
Hail Scabby Man.
Thanks for the recommendation. Hail Scabby Man. And let's fucking get the fuck out of here. All right, so everybody grab your popcorn, grab your candies, grab your soda pops. This week, you're going home with some dope-ass flicks. All right, so this week, friends, you're going home with some French insanity as well as a nod from a French film to a German film. So first, you're going with Frontiers from 2007 by Xavier Hens or Jens, I'm not fucking sure. A gang of young criminals flee Paris in a bid for freedom, only to find themselves ensnared by a family of Nazi cannibals intent on breeding a new Aryan master race.
Oh, you'll love this. There's a ankle bull cutter scene, dude.
God damn it. I hate that shit. Okay, I'll pass out.
Or Achilles tendon, I mean.
Fuck. Okay, next you're going home with Christiane F., which is a 1981 film by Uli Edel, which is mentioned by Psych in the film that we just watched today, Climax. So a 13-year-old Christiane Felschenroh, I think that's how you say her name, resides in Berlin with her mother. She starts abusing dangerous substances after she falls in love with Detlef, which causes her to steal from her house, sell all of her assets, and descend into abysmal levels. That sounds interesting. I'm going to check it out. Next, we're sending you with Inside from 2007 by Alexandra Bustillo and Julian Maury. A woman must protect her unborn child from the scissor-wielding maniac tormenting her after the death of her husband. And the last adult film, it's not an adult film. The last Never mind. And next is I Stand Alone from 1998 by Gaspar Noe, which is his first full-length film, according to Mikey. I didn't know that, but now I know that. Released after being imprisoned for assault, a Frenchman finds himself impoverished, alienated, and angry, and chaos ensues. And last, for the family, for the kids, as a quick little brain cleanser, we're sending you with Night at the Museum from 2006 by Sean Levy. Dreamer Larry Daly thinks he's destined for something big, but his imaginative ideas never pay off and is in desperate need of a job. He accepts a security guard position at the Natural History Museum. During his watch, Larry makes a startling discovery. Thanks to the unleashing of an Egyptian curse, the museum's animals spring to life after the building closes. Larry must find a way to save the chaotic situation. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Give us your money. All right, friends. So next week, we have a real treat in store for you because Mikey has been inspired. Mikey, what did you pick for next week's episode?
Irreversible by Gaspar Noe.
Hey, another Noe. Mikey was inspired. So we're going to stay in Noe land for a little while and just fuck ourselves
Starring
up.
Monica Bellucci and Vincent Cassel.
Nice. I do like Monica Bellucci. She was like an icon.
She was married to
90s.
him. She was married to Vincent Cassel when they shot this.
Oh, yeah? Interesting. Okay. Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, so that'll be a lot of fun. Join us again next week for that insanity. And let's go ahead and get our shout-outs in, man. So who you shouting out this week?
So I'm going to be shouting out Tangents of Horror podcast, the Movie Dumpster. They're pretty awesome, too. Dissect That Film podcast and Film We Trust podcast and the Doom Generation podcast. And our friends Troy and Jimmy, and then my wife Katie.
So this week I'm shouting out the huge. So Bearded Villain 83 or Mike, thanks for all you do, bud. We appreciate you being on the team. And
you're the best.
Yeah, you're the best. Go check out his content. Most of the video content that you'll find on our Instagram and our TikTok these days is going to be done by Mike. So thanks, man.
I think we just put up the Friday the 13th episode too on YouTube if you guys want to check it out.
Yeah. Shout out Mutant City Horror Podcast because those guys are awesome and we're going to be recording with them in the next couple weeks. So they have a lot of fun stuff coming. Go check out their channel, their Instagram, their podcast, their Spotify. Give them a follow and a rating. And lastly, go check out Tooth Brain Productions on Instagram. They're about to start a short film and they are running a campaign. So yeah, go fund them. That'd be cool.
We need to make the image they made into a sticker.
Yeah, for sure. So don't forget, friends, come on the podcast if you have a project that you want to promote. Shoot us an email, vhsdoom@gmail.com.
If you have a podcast, hit us up for a collab.
Yeah, if you want to collab, let's collab. And lastly, as always, twerk till it fucking hurts. We'll see you next time. Peace.
French baguette. Oui, oui.
Yeah, you better rewind those. You remember back in the day when we used to actually like ask people to rewind their tapes, and now they just don't even bring anything back?
They just like return like eaten stuff and bitten and spit on and puked and stabbed.
Well, lately it's just been nothing, or like half of a movie. You know, it's wild.
Like a broken VHS tape, broken disc that we don't even have discs in the store.
Bro, we're gonna go out of business. That is what it is. That's okay.
Oh my god, that's why we have a Patreon, I guess.
All right, buddy.
Keep the store running.
We're good. I appreciate you. I'm going to go eat some fucking lunch. Why is it? I think that's why my notes are freezing. Fuck.
Is that because I just scrolled?
Maybe. Fucking shit, bro. Hold on. Give me a sec.
Or did you take the LSD? Find out next time.
Dun, 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 and then roll credits. Okay. Bro.